Hey folks, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Today's Thursday, October 19th. Hope you're doing awesome. And if you're not, you should be after this news because there's some breaking news with regards to the SEC versus Ripple case. The SEC has dropped all claims against the executives, so Chris Larsen and Brad Garlinghouse, which we know had no basis anyways. So the SEC just continues to get humiliated and look like they're incompetent and incorrect, losing so many different court cases. And they got the Grayscale, you got Coinbase, you got Binance, and they just continue to look like fools. So we're going to break what all of this means down in simple terms. I'll explain it to you as if you were five. Before we get to this breaking news and amazing news, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. Also, make sure to give Pow Group a follow on X, which is @GroupPow. So I'm going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Again, the handle for that is @GroupPow. Also, if you're looking for a place to buy XRP, I recommend Uphold. It's my favorite exchange. If you're looking to, if you're in Canada, I recommend using Wealthsimple as well. It's very easy. You can just connect your bank account. But if you go to the Pow Group YouTube channel, click on About. These are trusted and vetted links. There's lots of scams out there, so these are products and services I use every day. I do get a kickback. Full disclosure, it is an affiliate link, so I use the Tangem wallet as well. It's an offline hardware wallet, not your keys, not your crypto. So I buy it on Wealthsimple. I also use Uphold, and then I store it offline on Tangem. We shouldn't be storing crypto on an exchange because, well, do I have to say it? FTX, right? So not your keys, not your crypto. I highly recommend the Tangem wallet and Uphold and Wealthsimple. If you're looking to put net new money in, like let's say you want to connect your bank account, I recommend Wealthsimple. So very great platform, and I vouch for it, use it each and every day. Also, make sure to check out powmerch.ca. You can score some XRP swag. If you just go here, type in XRP, you can get a hat. I ordered the hat. It's super dope. Quality is amazing. You can get shirts, you can get sweaters. I also ordered the sweater as well. But over 25 orders so far. I really do appreciate all of the support. And as a thank you to the community, also giving away an annual membership to the Pow Group private community. It's a gold membership valued at $100. If you go to the YouTube channel, just click on videos, and then click on this video, Happy 5 Years Canada, and then just comment on that video. Not this video, that video, where there's 43 comments, and you'll be entered into a chance to win that annual membership. Like I said, valued at $100. I'll be doing a random comment picker at some point tomorrow. So here's the news breaking from Reuters. U.S. SEC drops claims against 2 Ripple executives. And we knew that this was more than likely going to be the case. And just remember that this isn't a settlement. This is a complete dismissal of these insane allegations against the Ripple Labs executives, claiming they also participated in selling unregistered securities. So we know that the law of the land with the Ripple versus SEC case, XRP was deemed to not be a security in and of itself, right, on secondary markets. So when you and I, retail investors, anybody, goes on an exchange and buys XRP from an exchange, that is deemed a non-security, right? Which is obviously the case. But then there's still the institutional sales, and then the trial with regards to the Ripple Labs executives. But that has been dropped. So this could still, there's still the part of the institutional sales, and we could still see a post-settlement judgment as well. I think we could see a settlement with regards to the institutional sales. But just remember, this is not a settlement. This is a complete dismissal of those claims just against the Ripple Lab executives, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, and one of the chairmen, Chris Larsen. So here is the details. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, dropped claims against 2 Ripple Labs executives in the lawsuit, alleging the blockchain company violated U.S. securities law, according to a court filing in New York on Thursday. The agency said in the court papers it dropped claims against the executives, Brad Garlinghouse and co-founder Chris Larsen, added and abetted sales of cryptocurrency XRP, which a judge has found amounted to unregistered sales of securities. In its December 2022 lawsuit, the SEC accused Ripple of illegally raising more than $1.3 billion in an unregistered securities offering by selling XRP. U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres in Manhattan granted Ripple a partial win in the case in July, finding that sales of XRP on public exchanges were not unregistered security filings. Surprise, surprise. Torres subsequently rejected a request by the SEC to appeal that ruling. That was the interlocutory appeal, which just means expedited appeal. They could still appeal this case at the very end. With regards to, the overall case and institutional sales and whatnot. But I think a settlement is most likely. She also ruled that partly in SEC favor, saying that the agency had shown the companies $728.9 million of XRP sales to hedge funds and other sophisticated buyers had violated the law. So again, we still have that outstanding component of institutional sales. The SEC's claims against Garlinghouse and Larson over their role in the sales were to be tried before a jury. And Garlinghouse and Larson, who have harshly criticized the SEC throughout the case, issued lengthy statements accusing the agency of political agenda. In Larson's words, suffocate crypto in America. Let's just go through this here. Also, Bankman-Fried is on trial. $10 billion fraud. Yeah, they missed that, right? And then they went after good stewards and, a very transparent company, Ripple. Yeah, okay. Congratulations, SEC and numbskulls. Jurors at the trial have heard testimony that some of the funds were used to make political donations. So what is that? Isn't that a word that starts with a C and rhymes with, you know what I'm talking about, right? We know that the markets, the SEC's mission, I'm not even going to say that word, but it rhymes with eruption. But, obviously this agency is corrupt. There's even news that Mark Cuban and Elon Musk are building a case against the SEC to humiliate them and to bring this fight. And they said that they didn't start the fight, but they'll end it. And that's what Stuart Alderati said as well. He said, I don't start fights, but I sure know how to finish them. And this is just it reminds me of like Mortal Kombat, where the SEC is just sitting there and it's like, finish him. It's like, you don't have a leg to stand on, right? So the agency said in its papers that the next step in the case is for both sides to present to the judge on what the appropriate penalty is for Ripple, right? So we could see a settlement. And the judges might even encourage them to do that settlement. So Torres's ruling against the SEC was a rare setback in the regulator's long-running crackdown on the industry. SEC Chair Gary Goldman Gensler, the agency has filed lawsuits against Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency platform, Coinbase, and Grayscale as well, like I mentioned. Gensler said that many digital assets are securities and subject to, okay, well, what about Bitcoin? Who's Satoshi Nakamoto? You don't seem to care about that. Homeland Security said they met with the 4 Satoshis. It's a group of 4 people. What about Ethereum? You're given all these free passes and not looking into it, right? It's just, obviously, JP Morgan is backing Ethereum, and that's why. It's because he used to work for Goldman Sachs. JP Morgan, they're all in bed together, and he's protecting the incumbents, right? Just a scumbag regulator. And like I said, that C word. Industry participants have argued U.S. securities laws are unworkable when it comes to crypto and lobbied for new regulations, right? And so many people are looking to start businesses in the crypto realm, and people are advising against doing it in the U.S. because of the regulatory uncertainty and lack of rules of the road, right? And then Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, said the SEC has made a serious mistake going after Brad and Chris personally, and now they've capitulated, dismissing all charges against our executives. This is not a settlement. I repeat, this is not a settlement. This is a surrender by the SEC with regards to those charges and claims against the executives, right? So this is great to see. Look at this. 5,106 likes. Like, this is the best digital asset, the only asset with legal clarity in the US. It's a crypto that is built for payments. It was created by Bitcoin developers, and it's the most transparent company, Ripple, and XRP, the decentralized virtual currency, is the best currency on the planet for payments, right? In my opinion, this is going to be the number one. It's more than likely it's already passed Ethereum in terms of market cap in 2018. It'll do so again, and Ethereum could be next on the lawsuit, right? We know that institutional sales from Ripple to hedge funds and exchanges and other institutional investors are deemed securities potentially. So imagine what happened with the Ethereum ICO, right? They definitely sold to many, institutional investors. So if they don't go after the Ethereum, then we know that there's definitely eruption at the SEC, right? And we all know that there is. It's not fair and orderly markets. It's unfair and unorderly markets to protect the incumbents. But I am expecting a move up to around $8 to $12. If we take a look at Scantherium and see what's going on there, you can see here that from the high to the low of its 2018 to the 2019 bear market, it hit its Fibonacci extension. These are just levels that you can target as potential targets in a new bull market. And it went from all the way down at $80 up to 5,000 and hit its 3.618. You're like, okay, well, Ethereum did that. That's just Ethereum. Well, Bitcoin did it as well. From high to low, it hit its 3.618 there and actually went above it. So if XRP just does what Scantherium and Bitcoin did, then we can expect to move up to around the 2.618, which is around $8, or the 3.618 around $12, and the 4.618 is at $15. I wouldn't be surprised in the least to see us around that $8 to $12 mark, and then potentially Could even see $15. That's very, very possible as well. You know, the saying goes, the old adage goes, the longer the base, the higher in space. And we've been manipulated for so long that I wouldn't be surprised in the least if we did see that. But we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross on the monthly time frame. If we take a look at XRP on the weekly time frame here, we could see a bull cross of the MACD on the weekly time frame, which would be super bullish. We're seeing a bull cross on the stochastic, and now we just need a weekly candle close this week over that 10-week moving average at 51 cents. We're also seeing a bull cross of the weekly moving averages, the 50 and the 200-day specifically. Last time that happened, price went down from about 17 cents all the way up to $2. Then we had the bear cross of the 50 and above the 200. When that happens, the shorter term above the longer term, that's a bear cross. We saw massive downside. Now we're seeing the flip side of that. This time we have US legal clarity. And if we take a look at Scam real quick here, you can see that Scam seeing the opposite with the 50-day above the 200-day moving average, where we're seeing the opposite on XRP, where we're seeing the best digital asset on the planet, seeing that momentum. And look what happened to Scam when this last happened. So we went from about 300, and I called this out to the Power Group community. I mean, I know that this company's backed by JP Morgan and the bankers, right? This is truly the bankers' core in Ethereum. And Scam when I called that out, it was around $600. I said we had a weekly 50 and 200 weekly moving average bull cross, and then I expected a lot of upside, right? And then we looked at the 3.618, they're around 5,000, and we went from about $600 all the way up to 5,000, right? So now we're seeing the opposite, where Scam seeing the bear cross, right? So if we take a look at XRP again, just for comparison, XRP could run all by itself, right? Because of these catalysts coming. Ripple could IPO as well. They just hired a new position in their company with regards to like shareholder and public markets. So that's a clue that we could see that the IPO is coming soon. And then we also had a golden cross, which occurred back here in, when was it here? Let's just go and inspect this. So it was in October of 2022, and we had a death cross, and a year later, we're trying to see that upside, right? But let's use this example here. So this is back in 2020. You can see here the golden cross occurred, but we didn't really start, and that happened in August of 2020, and we didn't peak at that $2 mark until April of 2021. So it took many months, right? So we're looking at this to potentially happen, I think, over the next 1 to 2 months. But realistically, over the next 3 to 6 months, we're going to see XRP hit new all-time highs. I think we're going to start the run up past $1 and $2 over the next month or so. And then I'm expecting all-time highs at some point over the next 3 to 6 months. But this is great news. It's a testament to, Ripple, the company. They've been nothing but transparent and one of the best leaders in the space. And I'm excited. Like I said, this isn't a settlement. This is just a dismissal of the charges against the executives. We could still see the settlement come post-judgment, and that penalty that they still need to find for the institutional sales, right? So they might, pay a $50 million fine or $100 million fine or something like that. The SEC can walk away with a win. And then don't forget the spot Bitcoin ETF approvals that could be coming as well over the next few months into the end of the year and into the beginning of 2024. Lots of catalysts, lots of things to be excited for. I'm excited. Like I said, if you're looking to buy XRP, the best digital asset on the planet, with the only one with US legal clarity, you can do so on the links in this description by visiting Uphold. And I really encourage using that and Wealthsimple. All right, going into there, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth. We'll see you again on the next video.